I started into baking when I got married. When we had our own house and I had my own kitchen, so nagka-interest ako sa baking. I was a consultant then, so after clinic in the morning, in the afternoon until evening, magbe-bake ako na magbe-bake. I started cooking when I had my twins. Siyempre, pag nagkaanak ka na, gusto mo, ikaw yung magluluto for your children. Doon ako nag-start ng cooking. Yung sweet casserole na business, it just started last year nung pandemic. And ang number one talaga nag-push sa akin, si Jayson. Sabi, push mo na yan. Dok, i-invento mo na yan. Sabi ko, sino kayang bibili nito?
Never ako nag-bake nung bata ko, pero nag-start ako grade 4. Naalala ko yung first time na naluto ko nun, tinola, na naluto ko lang sa home economics class. Eventually, nagustuhan ko siya. Ever since noon, ako na lagi nagluluto ng ulam sa bahay. Na-meet ko yung partner ko, yung boyfriend ko, na hanggang kami pa rin. Doon na yung start ng business namin. We started 2018. Start lang kami na experiment during our date nights. Actually, hindi talaga siya nagluluto, pero nag-try siya magluto. And eventually, nag-try siya mag-bake ng croissant. Tapos, ayun, experiment lang muna kami. YouTube Academy, hindi naman tayo professionally trained to do those things. And out of the need and the passion to continue the baking na, yung outlet namin ng creativity namin, doon namin siya vinend. Tapos eventually, yan, nagtuloy-tuloy na.
Very happy ako kapag nabuo ko na yung cake, kapag nandun na yung finished product. Tapos, pag tinitikman na siya ng family ko or other people, doon ako sobrang masaya.
Pinaka na-enjoy ko with cooking and baking is yung coming up with new flavors. Kasi, I think, both kami ng boyfriend ko artist at heart. More of parang gusto ng creating. Siguro isa sa mga masaya rin na ginagawa, Doc, is trying to influence people na mag-join into small business.
I was able to find time kasi nga ngayon, because of the situation na konti ang patients, so nagbawas ako ng clinic hours. So may time talaga ako magluto at saka mag-bake.
2018 daw, 2019, second year resident pa lang ako. Yun kaya ko talaga noon. So I remember after 4 o'clock, diretso ako ng production team hanggang 8 o'clock, magtatrabaho pa ako. Tapos konting work siguro, ng hanggang 10 or 12. Medyo pagod pero masaya. Same kami ni Doc na mostly what we sell is yung food na gusto namin. Medyo pretentious kung I think kung sa business mo na hindi ka full on passionate about what you're selling, it won't reflect sa product. Kung makita sa menu, meron kami dong truffle cheese fondue. So yun yung dalawa kami talaga na tandem na doon nagsimula na collaborative yung work namin in selling our products.
Specialty ko yung chocolate cake na kasi favorite ng pamilya ko. Ang husband ko kinakain lang chocolate cake at dark chocolate cake. Ayaw niya ng ibang chocolate. Kailangan dark. Even just yung kinakain na chocolate, kailangan dark. Parang kahit mahirap siyang gawin, tutuloy mo eh. Parang dati nga pinagtatawanan ako ni Jane na ano ba pinaggagawa mo, napapagod. Kailangan mami ko. Na kahit napapagod ako, ang sarap eh. Yung ang tagal-tagal mo maghahalo, ang tagal mo magbe-bake, tapos you should love what you're doing. Totoo yun, no? Na kahit mahirap, gagawin mo kasi happy ka at masaya ka. Kasi I'm sure kung hindi ka naman happy at masaya, bakit ka magpapakapagod, mag-bake, magluto? Mahirap kaya. Diba? So, it's fun kasi gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. My only advice is go ahead with what you want, what you love to do. There's always a time for everything. You'll find the time when you're done with the training. It's not yet too late, okay? Like me, it's not yet too late. If you want to do something, if you love to do something, at kaya mo to, diba? Isipin mo lang and plan it with everything, and of course, with the help of your family, with your friends, with the help of everyone, push it, kaya mong gawin yun, no matter what.
Crucial yung timing of everything because I wouldn't have done it kung solo ako nun. And agree with keeping close yung people that support you. Kasi sila yung kasama mo talaga sa lahat ng success and even failure. And eventually, kahit sa work, actually, would result into something very successful and always fun. Yun naman yung important. And love what you do.
Started after my bypass in 2011, and I had a bad diet, a bad lifestyle during that time. Buti na lang yung wife ko, ni-encourage niya ako mag-workout, encourage niya ako magkain na maayos, no? And it really helped a lot. I wake up at 5, working out at 6. Hirap. Tagal na kumbinsihan ng sarili. Importante talaga makumbinsi kang tumayo, magbihis, mag-workout. Pag ayaw, daming dahilan. Pag gusto, may paraan. So find time or make time. Every morning that I wake up and I see my family, small kids, my wife, naisip ko lang na I have to keep myself healthy. Not just for myself, but for my family. Sobrang bata pa kasi ng mga anak ko. So, I'm already 52. I'm turning 53 this September. Gusto ko pa naman makita siguro mag-asawa yung mga anak ko. O magkaapo sila pag sinuwerte ako. Kaya, ginagawa ko to. Mahirap, pero yun ang nakaka-motivate sa akin. Isa pa siguro yung memory ko na in-intubate ako noon at in-extubate ako na napakasakit. Napakasakit. Ayoko na maranasan ulit yun. Kaya ako ginagawa to. Pansin ko, siyempre, mas lumakas ka. Napapansin mo, you can withstand, you are more resistant to stress. And mas nagiging pasensyoso ka. So it's actually good for your practice and for your friends din. Kasi after ng clinic mo, isang pagod ka na, ayaw mo nang lumabas, ayaw mo nang gunin, ayaw mo na mag-mingle, ayaw mo na mag-socialize. Ito, kaya mo pa mag-socialize, di ba? Magagamit mo to sa practice mo, mas marunong ka maghintay sa mga pasyente mo. Lalo na ako, naging pasyente ako noon, so alam ko kung paano maging pasyente. Naranasan ko matusukan, naranasan ko ma-ABG, no? Na binurdahan yung kamay ko, napakasakit. So, alam ko yun. So, maging pasensyoso ka sa staff mo. Hindi porket doktor ka, ikaw na ang pinakamagaling sa lahat. Life in practice is just like a marathon. It's not a 100-meter dash sprint, no? That you can run very fast to finish the race. Matuto kayong mag-pacing, no? Hindi yung unang putok pa lang ng baril, banat ka nakakit, napakabilis mo. 40 kilometers yung tatakbuhin mo, no? By kilometer 5, ubus ka na. Wala nang natitira sa'yo. Paano mo patatapusin yung 35 kilometers? So you have to have a plan. Bago ka palang gumraduate, may plano ka na. Ano ba gagawin mo? Kasama rin dyan yung pamilya mo. When you start a family, you don't just, plunge into married life without any plans. You have to plan everything. Huwag kayong magmadaling yumaman. Huwag kayong magmadaling maka-opera na napakarami. It will come all in God's time. Ang tandaan nyo lang, you're doing this para mas makakita yung mga pasyente. Simpleng tao lang tayo, no? So, just to show you na kahit simple ka na tao, hindi ka dapat nagpapabaya sa sarili mo. Alagaan mo sarili mo, hindi lang para sa sarili mo, hindi lang para sa pasyente mo, kundi para sa mga mahal mo sa buhay, sa pamilya mo, no? And always put God in your practice and you will never go wrong. Okay?
I tried intro dive when I was a first-year resident. Dr. Villalon asked me to join the VRSP outing in Batangas. So we stayed in Planet Dive. So that was the first time I tried diving. I got busy. There was no time, because of residency and work. And then in 2018, the family of Dr. Dante Udasco took the open water diving course. So that encouraged me to take the lesson. So finally, in December of 2018, I started the lessons, and then I got certified January 2019. Maybe around June or July. So I started taking photos. Before, I used the DJI underwater camera, but the resolution, it was okay na for a beginner, no? And then since I have friends who are into underwater photography, ayan, so I started na talaga. Medyo a little serious lang underwater photography. Okay. Every dive site kasi has something to offer, no? So like Anilao is famous for nudibranchs, no, the sea slugs. So there are hundreds of species of sea slugs in Anilao. Subic is known for wrecks. Okay, so the visibility, it's not so great, but seeing, fighter jets underwater, it adds to the excitement. Palawan is more famous for the pelagics or the large fishes, no? So we have hundreds of dive sites. Unlike in other countries, they have to travel hours pa, no, by plane to come here, and tayo just drive away lang. So we're quite lucky. We went to Indonesia, 2 areas, no, Nusa Penida and Tulamben. So for Nusa Penida, the trip was to look for the mola-molas or the sunfish. Mola-mola is the largest bony fish in the world. That adds to the excitement kasi there's a chance that you won't see the mola-mola, okay? But we were quite happy kasi first dive pa lang, we saw the mola-mola right away. And then for Tulamben, we went there for the Napoleon Ras. So we went to this Liberty shipwreck. It's a shipwreck from World War II as well. And then, so we had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. Ayun, mga 5 o'clock in the morning, we were underwater na waiting for the School of Napoleon Ras. I think OFTAS in general, parang we are very good with balancing work with our hobbies, no? So we have friends who go biking every weekend. We have friends who play golf even on weekdays. No? Maybe it's a gift, no, for IMD. Any activity naman, if you really want to do it, no, you can always find time. Because work will always be there, no? Even if you want to finish everything in 24 hours, the following day, there's something to do na naman. Very important lang, we know how to, finish all our commitments and then enjoy pa rin our hobbies. And then even during the pandemic, parang it's the only activity kasi na more normal. Like underwater, you don't have to wear the surgical mask, no? We wear the scuba mask. So parang that's the normal part of the new normal. So during the pandemic, maybe we're lucky if we can dive like once a month. Luckier if 2 times a month. As much as we can, go to Anilao. When I'm underwater, okay, parang I forget everything. No? Parang I just think about the diving itself. Parang it's fascinating talaga when you're underwater because I'm into underwater photography. No? So there's always the excitement of finding something different. And then with diving, there's always a chance na you'll meet new friends. No? So gaining new friends is one of the one of the advantages of diving. Tsaka it will keep you fit, no? Because of diving, I started swimming regularly. I started running kahit short lang, for endurance lang underwater. I'll drive to Batangas, no? I'll leave at around 5:30 a.m. I'll drive to Anilao, and then I'll get there around 7:30 and then start diving 8:30, do 2 to 3 dives, and then come back to Manila. I was with Dr. Oj Reyes, Robbie Papa, Reg Tan, Dr. Ivo Dualan, and Dr. Erwin Tua. So we were on our way to Bawan, Batangas to dive. And then while we were in the car, parang we thought of, parang marami kayang eye doctors who dive. Okay, so that was the time na we thought of forming the iDive PH. No? So as of now, we have around 30 plus members in the chat group. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we haven't met talaga to dive. Parang laging nasa planning stage, and then hindi natutuloy because of the situation. If you really want to try it, okay, I suggest do first the Discover Scuba Dive or DSD or Introductory Diving, no? Because it's a one-day course. No? You'll have lessons, and then you'll be guided na underwater. So if you find it na you're comfortable underwater, you can pursue it na. No? So if you're interested with diving, go for it. Let's go and let's dive.
I've been playing the guitar since 16 years old. Pero yung music production, I started it in April 2020 during the lockdown. At that time, I was listening to a lot of lo-fi, chill hop music, okay? And I realized ko, sabi ko, most probably kaya ko to gawin eh. So, yung nag-lockdown na, that's the time that I tried to experiment on music. So, by playing guitars, pianos, etc., I tried to make music na naging tracks, then eventually these tracks naging album, and with the help of my friends, umabot siya sa Spotify. So, I'm actually blessed that it's now in Spotify. Of course, as a musician, ang best part is, first, to create your music, syempre. I start with chord progressions, simple chord progressions lang. Then, ilulup ko siya. So, ilulup it. Then, after that, I'll put some lead guitar. Para maglilita akong konti. So, last year, I had lots of time because, syempre, we're in lockdown. But these days, since nag-clinic na, usually thrice a week yung paggawa ko ng music. But playing the guitar, I do it every day, especially before going to bed, because it's like my mantra, no? Try to do something or make music or practice your art before you go to sleep. For me, my album Duochrome, the one that was recently released, is most probably my best work or composition. These were the songs that I made during the time that I was studying for the boards. No? Those were uncertain and very stressful times. The way that I made Duochrome was how I got through those stressful days of studying for the boards. No, it's actually a blessing that it's in music platforms right now, in Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and in YouTube. Kindly check it out. I think all of us musicians need to practice all the time. Okay, so there are some musicians they feel na magaling na sila, they don't need to practice. But in reality, you have to keep your art going. You know? So dapat tuloy-tuloy yung practice. So that's number one. Keep practicing. Okay. Number 2 is try to study music theory. I know music theory is it's actually difficult, but it's actually fun rin, especially if you love music. It gives you a good foundation when it comes to making music. Kahit the basics lang. Another tip is, of course, try to expand your skills. So for me, nagsimula ako as rhythm guitarist lang. Then eventually, I become a lead guitarist. Then as a lead guitarist, I try to do those difficult guitar solos. Then I realize I always do covers. It's time for me to do something original. So try to expand, okay? And another thing is to record yourself when you're playing, because it's like doing your fake host when in training, no? You watch yourself, cringe ka, yung hiccup ka pa, nanginginig ka pa, no? I know, it makes you, medyo matatakot ka, medyo makikringe ka sa nakikita mo. But at the same time, it will give you that perspective na mag-improve pa ako. Okay, and that's the same with music. So if you see yourself making those mistakes or pangit yung pag-play mo, then eventually, hopefully, it will give you inspiration to improve yourself. Okay, so yeah, try to record yourself and try to expand your skills. And of course, finally, you have to have fun. So that's the main reason why we do this, no? To relax and to relax yourself from the stressful times, especially. And it's good for the soul. Okay, so for all those people or for all those ophthalmologists who are also into music, tara, jamming tayo.